Join me as I dive into the chaos of tariff turmoil and try to figure out how it's shaking up the global economy. Hi, I'm Leslie Walker. Tariffs have been a hot topic in the world of economics for a while now, but recently, things have escalated. The ongoing trade tensions between major economies have led to a surge in tariffs, affecting various countries and industries worldwide. This complex issue can be overwhelming, but understanding its implications is crucial for anyone interested in the global economy. The urgency of this topic cannot be overstated, as the consequences of these tariff changes are being felt across the globe. From manufacturers to consumers, everyone is impacted in one way or another. The relevance of tariffs in today's economy is undeniable, making it essential to stay informed about the latest developments. The world has seen its fair share of trade wars and tariff battles over the years. The history of tariffs dates back centuries, but recent developments have led to the current situation. The trade tensions between the U.S. and China, for instance, have been a major concern. The U.S.-China trade war began with tariffs on Chinese goods, which China retaliated with tariffs on U.S. goods. The trade war has had far-reaching consequences, affecting not only the U.S. and China, but also other countries around the world. The European Union, Japan, and other major economies have been impacted by the tariffs imposed by the U.S. and China. The latest news on tariffs is that several countries have been affected by the changes. The U.S. has imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from various countries, including the European Union, Canada, and Mexico. In response, many of these countries have imposed their own tariffs on U.S. goods. China, on the other hand, has been targeted by the U.S. for its trade practices. The U.S. has imposed tariffs on over $360 billion worth of Chinese goods, with China retaliating with tariffs on over $100 billion worth of U.S. goods. The tariff changes have had a significant impact on specific industries. The technology sector, for example, has been heavily affected, with companies like Apple and Google facing increased costs due to tariffs on Chinese imports. The automotive industry is another sector that has been impacted, with the U.S. imposing tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. This has led to increased costs for car manufacturers, which could potentially be passed on to consumers. The impact on global supply chains is a major concern. As tariffs disrupt the flow of goods, companies are being forced to rethink their supply chain strategies. Some are turning to alternative suppliers in countries not affected by tariffs, while others are absorbing the increased costs. The changes in tariffs are likely to affect consumer prices. As companies face increased costs due to tariffs, they may pass these costs on to consumers. This could lead to higher prices for goods, affecting consumers worldwide. The economic growth in various regions is also a concern. The tariffs could potentially slow down economic growth, as companies and consumers face increased costs. The International Monetary Fund has warned that the trade tensions could have a negative impact on global economic growth. The impact on economic growth in various regions will be closely watched. The US, China, and Europe are all major economies that will be affected by the tariff changes. Expert analysis is essential to understanding the implications of tariffs. According to Dr. Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, the tariffs are a major risk to the US economy. He further adds that the tariffs could lead to a recession in the U.S. The broader significance of tariffs cannot be overstated. The ongoing trade tensions have significant implications for global trade relations. The world is watching to see how the situation unfolds and what the consequences will be. The tariffs have sparked heated debates among economists and industry leaders. Some argue that tariffs are necessary to protect domestic industries, while others believe that they are a recipe for disaster. To wrap things up, the key points to take away are the recent escalation of tariffs, the impact on global supply chains, and the potential consequences for economic growth. The tariff turmoil is a complex issue that requires careful consideration. Join the conversation and share your thoughts. Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Q's Fleet News, the place where you get your fleet news in 7 minutes. I'm Leslie Walker. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.